Hello everyone, this is Princess here, and in today's video we are going to talk about the 7th Boss Rush event, which is going to feature Fang and Beatrix's LD. Aranea will also be featured on this banner, and Theodore's burst will also be featured on here. This will be the last banner to have Theodore's burst, but for this video we are specifically going to talk about Fang's LD and about Boss Rush, so let's get started. So Fang's LD is called the Gungnir, and this grants Aerial Loop. It is a 5-hit AoE Brave split HP attack dealt 2 times. It has a 70% Brave potency per hit, but it does go up by 1.5 on broken targets. It has a 180% Stolen Brave overflow, and it grants Devastation for 4 turns. Now when Devastation is active, inflicting debuffs will also inflict Daze to the target for 3 turns, and initiating a knockback can grant Power Chain for 3 turns. So moving on to the buffs. So Devastation raises Stolen Brave overflow and HP damage, and attacking a debuffed enemy raises Brave damage. Power Chain raises attack and HP damage, and then Daze lowers Brave and HP damage resist, and it also paralyzes the target so they can't act. So looking at the passives, at 1 out of 3 it raises Brave damage, 2 out of 3 extends Devastation for 9 turns, so 13 turns total, so haha, she's from Final Fantasy 13. And then at 3 out of 3, adds another use to her LD. Each time you limit break this, it will raise Fang's attack and max Brave. And then going to the LD call, so when you call Fang in to use Aerial Loop, the caller raises Brave and HP damage, and also raises Stolen Brave overflow. So for the boss rush, there are 3 waves, and in each of those waves, the orb will appear below 80, and you can't cancel them out. So for the first wave, we have the Guard Scorpion, and there are 2 orb requirements for this one. The orb will go up by 4 when they take increased HP damage from a debuff, or by 5 when the target is paralyzed. So using someone like Kurasame or Gabranth as a call can work out for the HP damage. For paralysis, you have Cloud, you have Raijin, Kryl, Ash, or Shantoto. Then moving on to the second boss. So the second wave has the Skull Dragon Soul, and for this wave, the orb requirement is to inflict 2 or more debuffs in 1 turn. So for this one, you can just take take a debuffer with you, someone like Orin, Fran, Kefka, or Ferris. And then for the third and final wave, we have the Greatest Malboro. So there's 2 requirements for this one. Either raise the orb up by 1 when dealing holy damage, or by 5 when canceling debuffs. So characters who can fit this one can be like Theodore, Eiko, Paladin Cecil, or Yuri for the holy enchant, and taking someone to cleanse debuffs can be like Yuna or Yuffie. So with that being said, I'm now going to head over to JP, and I am going to showcase Fang's LD. Fang's LD. I said Fran, I'm sorry. We're going to showcase Fang's LD. I will be right back. Alright, so we are back in JP. I am just on the Chaos stage for Arc 3, Chapter 3, Part 2. And I will also show off a bit of Beatrix's C90 here. Alright, so here is Aerial Loop. So she gets the Bahamut wings. And then just does a literal aerial loop. Alright. I'm gonna refresh that Rose Petal debuff as well. Alright, wow, that actually missed. Okay, so if we look at Fang here, so here is the Devastation buff. So now, I'm going to use her S2. Alright, so since I used her S2, so over here is the Power Chain buff on her. And I gotta get rid of this blind buff. Alright, so let me do the Holy Knight Safeguard here. Then I'm gonna do Saint's Cloth. So now I'm going to use her S1. And right over there was the Daze debuff. So it's right over here for 3 turns. Keep in mind though that it does go down on player turns as well. So it's kind of like Edward's sleep debuff. Or like, what's another one? Ace's LD debuff. The little trap, the trap debuff from his LD. So right there, she's paralyzed. She couldn't attack. Alright, and you know what? Let's show off Fang's EX as well. Okay, it doesn't look like I gave her the C90, well, no, I think I did. Anyway, so that pretty much covers up everything for Fang and for Beatrix. So, thank you guys very much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Let me know if you will be pulling for Fang or for Beatrix, and I will see you all next time.